The 68 GT500 is back. This one rusted out old Shelby. It's a little further along, at least has a floor in it now. I wish it were a little further along, but it is what it is. Things kind of spiraled out of control. There's a lot more work involved with it than what was originally bargained for by my friend who was helping me with the floor. So I told him I would take it back and finish it up myself, and he'd offered to come up and give me a hand with it if I needed, so that was nice. So, but there it is. What a mess. Now, I had been picking at this thing. All this was laid in with filler, and with a Mustang, that's a no-no. And also I wanted to see what was in there, and I could see in order to get this body to fit right when they mudded it, they just beat this in so they could lay filler in there and get the door gaps right when the floor was shot instead of fixing it correctly. So that needs to be repaired and made to look right. You always have to have this seam in there in the quarter panel. That's just something, when guys are looking at Mustangs, if that's not there, that just tells you a whole mess of issues are there underneath. You can see there's some rust spots in here, little spots that need to be addressed. But what I'm going to do on this side and on this side is give it a lower B-pillar, and then quite honestly, I'm not sure what to do with the quarters. This side is actually really not bad. This section, I don't know what happened here. I don't know if it was rust or just someone, it looks like there were some rust issues. All of it was just cut out. It's pretty decent inside there. Dirty, nasty looking. Not horrific. There you can see that inner structure is a little rusty. But, you know, that's a minor piece that you don't really, again, this one's not going to be a concourse restoration. This is going to be a driver. I will clean that up so that it gets no worse. And then, like I said, B-pillar will go, I'll probably do a section of B-pillar to the rocker, and then probably do a section of quarter on this one. Hang a lower quarter on it because this one was rusted out. But this is what I uncovered yesterday, which I'm really not quite sure where I want to go with it. This is all previous accident damages, all dents, really kind of rough. And this whole shape of this lower quarter section is way out of whack. It's almost begging me just to throw a new quarter panel on it, but I am not sure yet. The lower is decent. All that is good. I hate like heck to mud that back up again because there was about a 1/4 inch of mud in this area on several spots, and it was just swiped all through here. Well, you can see where I ground it out. That was all mud. I don't know about putting a lip on there, possibly pulling it, hammer dolly work, and try to get it as straight as possible, but still end up, and I got to really take a look and see. I really need to take a look and see how badly warped. This is all really just all beat up through here. Plus, you tie in the fact this is rotten. You got a little rotten section here on this quarter panel. Not really sure. At this point, I got to put a torque box in on the passenger side over there. You can see big gap of light coming in there. That torque box is gone. The side cowl panel needs to be replaced. This side was done already with a brand new torque box. The side cowl piece was put in. Need to weld this section into the floor, and the one back here you can't see it, but the roll bar is welded back in there. This door doesn't shut horribly. The gaps are pretty good, surprisingly. Door needs some adjustment, but we're not bad. But what to do about that quarter panel, I'm just not sure. I hate changing a whole quarter panel out, but if it makes it a better car, then it just kind of makes sense. But I don't know. I just don't know. Also have a little rust issue back here to deal with. They make these pieces, replacement pieces. They make everything for these Mustangs. I'm going to have to address something here because there's pinholes everywhere throughout, and mud and such done through here. You can see the quarter where it was cut. See the inner fenders, they need to be repaired as well. That side looks pretty decent. Like I've been saying to my friend who owns a car, it's like peeling back layers of a stinky onion. It just is not good at all. The inner fender wells, they need to be addressed and finished. I need to spray some rust converter in there to stop all that rust. First, I vacuum it all out, get all the dust out, but just got to stop that rust and seal it all up. Several things I need to address to get this thing back together. For now, I think the first thing I'm going to do is get this front torque box in and get the car completely solid again. And then I can put it up on the rotisserie and really get it up in the air to see exactly what's going on with everything. So that's an update on the 68 Shelby GT500. Not much to look at right now. It's kind of crazy to think, how valuable this car is, but that's the only thing that's saving it. If this was a regular Mustang, it would have been thrown away long ago. But we're going to get an action plan moving forward on this thing. I'm going to keep in conference with the owner of the car, and we're going to figure out a plan forward. But meanwhile, this old girl's back on the table. We're getting some progress on it. I have a video coming up soon with hopefully a fire up of the car for the first time in over 25 years. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.